Now at 5 tonight, we're taking a closer look at exactly where Governor Gina Raimondo wants to put up tolls on Rhode Island's highways. We've been tracking the governor's controversial plan to toll trucks for months now. The toll locations were first breaking last night right here at 5:30. And tonight, we're catching up with the governor and truckers. Eyewitness News reporter Susan Campbell is live in the mobile newsroom with the follow-up.
We're here in Hopkinton right now. We're going to take a driving tour up 95 to show you where some of the toll gantries would be. Let's hit the road. Soon after merging onto 95, we got to the first proposed toll gantry location. It's between exits 2 and 3 over Mechanic Street near the Hopkinton and Richmond line. Along 95, which is the main thoroughfare through Rhode Island, trucks would pass through 6 tolls. The second would be here in Exeter. Along the way today, we met Daryl Robinson. He's a truck driver from California who passes through Rhode Island often. He tells us tolls would be a serious burden on his bottom line.
Basically, that'd be money in my pocket. I'm surprised they want to do that in a small state like this.
Back on the road now, passing over Route 117 in Warwick. This is where another toll gantry would be. Some truckers say they would try to avoid the tolls. Others say the extra time is not worth it.
I'm a company driver. I don't have to pay anything, but it's going to definitely hit the companies hard.
Still heading north on 95, there are 2 proposed toll gantries in Providence, one over Oxford Street. Then a couple miles later, another over Route 6. The last toll gantry on 95 would be in Pawtucket over East Street. But it's not just I-95. There are 8 other proposed toll locations in the state, many of them near the Providence metro area and into Lincoln and North Smithfield. We asked the governor why the 14 proposed toll locations were chosen.
They're only preliminary, and we won't really know the locations until we work with the Federal Highway Commission to do a traffic study and figure out the ideal locations. But mainly they're targeted on bridges that need repair.
The governor has repeatedly promised passenger vehicles will not be tolled. The governor tells us the costs of the tolls at each of the gantry locations haven't been determined yet. Coming up new at 6, hear from the Rhode Island Trucking Association. With the mobile newsroom, Susan Campbell, Eyewitness News.
Well, reaction continues to pour in tonight over Governor Raimondo's controversial truck toll proposal. Yesterday, the governor revealed 14 potential toll gantry locations all across Rhode Island. And today we spoke with local truckers about how the plan would affect them. Eyewitness News reporter Susan Campbell has the latest developments.
The president of the Rhode Island Trucking Association says people are frustrated that the cost of those proposed tolls still hasn't been announced. He says trucks are simply going to avoid the Ocean State. Daryl Robinson is a truck driver from L.A. He works for himself, and the idea of paying tolls in Rhode Island,
It's too much. It's too much.
So we asked if it's realistic for Daryl to avoid Rhode Island altogether.
It's very realistic, yeah, because you can always go around Rhode Island.
The Rhode Island Trucking Association promises many truckers will try to avoid the tolls if they go into effect.
This industry has full discretion and right to divert around the state and off the interstates. And once they do that, the whole plan collapses under its own weight.
But the governor believes truck drivers will continue to use Rhode Island's roads and bridges.
A few years ago, we had a bridge that we had to weight restrict in Pawtucket. We had a big sign up that said, "Don't go over the bridge." And instead of diverting, truckers routinely paid fines of $1,000 or $2,000. So much so that the state took in more than $10 million in those fines. So I find it hard to believe that a trucker is going to divert to avoid a $20 toll when they didn't divert to avoid a $1,000 fine.
The governor tells me she would like to work toward a compromise on the truck tolling plan within the next month or so. Live at the mobile newsroom, Susan Campbell, Eyewitness News.